The sky has been dark for 4 days. Not cloudy, dark. The kind of dark that makes you forget what sunlight feels like. Rain coming down so hard you can't hear the person next to you. The fire is out. The ground is mud. The food you were counting on is somewhere underwater. And you have no roof, no walls, no weather app telling you when it stops. What do you do? Not what would you do today? What did they actually do? 300,000 years ago, when the rain didn't stop and the world around you turned into something unrecognizable. The answer is one of the most fascinating stories in human history, and almost nobody talks about it.
Let's kill the myth first. Most people picture ancient humans as helpless in bad weather, shivering in a cave, waiting for the sun to come back, doing nothing, surviving by luck. That image is completely wrong. Ancient humans were not passive. They were prepared. And the way they prepared tells us everything about how intelligent they actually were. They read the sky before the storm arrived. Researchers studying modern hunter-gatherer communities in Africa, Australia, and South America found that these groups can predict rain 2 to 3 days in advance by watching cloud formations, wind direction, and animal behavior. This knowledge was not written down. It was passed from person to person for thousands of generations. Ancient humans knew the storm was coming before it came. And they moved, not randomly, strategically. They knew the high ground. They knew which rock formations blocked wind. They knew which trees held a canopy thick enough to stay partially dry. This was not guesswork. This was hundreds of thousands of years of knowledge built inside the natural world.
But what happened when the rain lasted for days? This is where it gets deeply interesting. In ancient rock shelters across Africa, Europe, and Asia, archaeologists found evidence of extended stays during wet seasons. Fire pits used repeatedly, animal bones from multiple meals, tools in various stages of being made. These were not quick stops. These were days, sometimes weeks, of people living together in a small space, waiting for the world outside to dry. And here is what they did with that time. A site in Blombos Cave, South Africa, dating back 75,000 years, revealed carefully engraved pieces of red ochre, the earliest known abstract art in human history. Researchers believe much of this work happened during periods of bad weather, when you cannot hunt, when you cannot move, when the rain forces you to stay still, you create. They also made tools, not just fixed broken ones. They experimented. The most refined stone tools were not made during good weather. They were made during forced rest. Rain gave them time to think, to refine, to invent.
But here is the part that surprises people most. They talked. Anthropologists who study hunter-gatherer societies find that extended shelter periods are when oral tradition gets transmitted most intensively. Survival knowledge, stories, which plants are poisonous, where to find water in drought, how to treat injuries. All of it passed through conversation during the long hours of waiting. Rain was not downtime. Rain was school. Researcher Jerome Lewis, who spent years with the Bayaka people of the Congo, documented that extended shelter time is treated as sacred. Time for singing, for ceremony, for telling the stories that hold the group together. The rain did not stop life. The rain changed what kind of life was lived.
Now, think about the psychology of that moment. You are sitting in a rock shelter, 8, maybe 12 people around you. The fire is small, but it is burning. Outside, the world is gray and loud and wet. No predator is hunting you. No distance needs to be covered. Ancient humans were not anxious about this. They were adapted to it. Modern humans are the ones who cannot sit still. Modern humans reach for a phone after 30 seconds of silence. Ancient humans had something we have almost completely lost: comfort with stillness. The ability to simply be present with people without needing anything to happen. Here is what all of this means. The rain was not a disaster. It was a rhythm, one they understood, one they had prepared for, one they had learned to use. They used the storm to make art. They used the shelter to pass down knowledge. They used the stillness to strengthen the bonds that kept them alive when the sun came back and the real dangers returned. We think ancient humans survived despite the weather. The truth is, they thrived because of it. The next time it rains and you have nowhere to go, remember this. You are not stuck. You are exactly where humans have always been their most creative, their most connected, their most alive. The rain has not changed. We have.